Alfie McBain on the Carlos Sainz chassis with Charles Green alongside. Lucas Howell and Josh Withcombe are on row 3. Row 4 is Harris Roberts and Will Swales. Then we've got Melissa Adrian and Callum Scrivens. Reese Green and Leo Basterfield are next. Then we've got Tom Holden, Frank Ward, Harvey Williams, Jensen Hookey, Karthik Kometa and Jacob Hobbs are on row 9. Row Tellers, Charlie Hume and Sonny Morgan. Got Ryan Sayers and Sam Mott. Lincoln Bevan shares row 12 with Samuel Aston. Then we've got Amy Peacock, Zach Berg, Jason Dukas, Jack Dimbleby, Freddie Worlock, Ben Adrian, and Nathan Travers, Kazeri Viserek, Jasmine Taylor and Jill Leviton were the 4 qualifiers from the Junior B final. Sherwood, our pole driver, was the winner at round 1.
Gone. And
we get things underway, and in a cloud of spray, Nick,
well, it's not 111 leading, that's for sure.
It's not, is it?
Who's gone through in first? Oh, look at that for some drifting, and it's the 77 who's in the lead. So that would be Charles Green taking the lead in the wet.
Oh, you know who this is, don't you? We saw how quick Charles Green was in the wet earlier. And look at that, another masterclass from the 77.
His mum can't watch.
Sue can't watch here, our timekeeper. Is the mother of that child in the front of this field in that spray. It's not dangerous at all, Sue, honestly.
It's still raining now. Oh, it's picked up again. It's picked up massively again.
Remember, Charles can see the best out there because he's got nobody in front of him. He can see everything in front of him because he hasn't got a field of karts. And here he comes to complete lap number 1.
It's the 29, and the 111 and the 193. So Joshua Withcombe, Jaden Sherwood, Dylan Morton, Lucas Howell, Alfie McBain dropped to 36 in an absolute vortex of water as they sprint away down the towards the top of the corner. But the leader already on his way down to the bottom of the hill.
Into Winges, and look at that, Charlie Green showing everybody the wet line around here at Forest Edge already into towards the chicane. Now then, this is how you take the chicane, everybody. In the wet. Oh, we just missed it. He fired it out of the chicane. And he's already ahead. Where is Charlie?
He's miles ahead.
He's miles ahead. We can't even pick one on our cameras. He's so far ahead.
There he is.
There he is. The blue cart is the one we want, guys. Here he comes.
Okay.
Here he comes to complete 2 laps. 10 minutes remaining. So we've had almost 2 minutes of this Junior A final.
50 seconds. Still pretty quick lap times. Still raining, so it's not going to dry out. So this is great news for the local lad.
And Alfie McBain dropping to 7th there. He was a mover on that lap, dropping down the order. Struggling in the wet, I think, young Alfie, lacking in experience in these treacherous conditions. There's the gap towards the chicane. And there we've got Charles. Does he get Charlie, Sue, or Charles? Cheesy, is he really? Cheesy Green, eh? All right. Cheesy Green leads then.
Cheesy Green?
There he is. Cheesy Green.
Not Cheesy Green.
That's off his mum, mate.
Oh dear.
So what,
I hope she's phoned his sister up to say, actually watch this.
If she can give him grief, we can as well.
Out to the far end.
Look at the line though. That's in that. You know what? That's a masterclass of the wet line there. He's completely off the conventional line. He's right on the line with Johnny's.
But we've heard that curbs are quick in the wet here.
Yeah, I want to see. Is our camera on the exit of the chicane?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, let's see that, Paul.
Not always.
I want to see him using the curb. There it is. We just missed it there. We need to be a bit quicker. I want to see him over the curb. And there he goes down towards us now Captain on the start-finish straight.
Why don't you direct the entire ship? Come on, do the whole thing. Do you want to move the cameras too?
Stop talking, Nick. Tollies. Here we go then. 4 laps completed. Let's see what the gap was. It's 2 seconds, would you believe? Joshua Withcombe. Now Joshua, where was Joshua in round 1? Will Swales was another driver who was in 4th.
Let's have a look at the 2nd and 3rd because it's a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Charles
I want to see. Hang on. I want to see Charlie over the chicane. So get ready, Paul. Right, let's go to the chicane now. Here we come. Right, wait for Charlie. Or Cheesy. See that? That's how you take the chicane in the wet, he told
aggressively.
Yes. Use all the curb.
In fairness, it's all got very kind of misty over there. I think everything's got very wet.
It's very, very wet.
So 2nd and 3rd are closer than the leader, who's having a lovely time, but no one's super close. They will give themselves a bit of a gap. I think that
they have to in the wet, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because it's they sort of
and you get cagey. I feel sorry for the Rotax guys who've already got completely wet and have to get back out again with their soaking wet overalls. Because they didn't have wetsuits on, did they?
Everything
or wet coveralls.
Everything beginning to space out, Nick. It's you've got biggest gap is between Tom Holden in 5th and Dylan Morton in 6th, and that's 0.6 of a second.
There they all go around the bottom of the track. So there's your leader all over the shop, but that's how you have to do it. And then up and about, second and third. That's second. It's a bit wider for third, Ash. Around the outside of Climate. There's actually the slightly more internal line there that Jaden Sherwood took, which seems to be working as well. So third place, that's Sherwood.
Lucas Howell 4th, Tom Holden through in 5th, and then we've got Dylan Morton through in 6th. Will Swales.
Still raining quite hard, by the way.
Yeah, it's still coming down, isn't it? That's not going to dry up for the senior final. We are about a half a minute from half distance here. So great composure from Cheesy Green at the front. There he is, just coming through the chicane. Just missed it again there, Paul.
If he comes over and slaps you, you deserve it.
I just want to see him hammer the curbs because it really is a cracking photograph.
But the battle is second and third. And this is the real competition here, the bottom two steps of the podium. Withcombe and Jaden Sherwood. Sherwood is gaining on Withcombe.
Well, Sherwood, remember, started on the pole. Winner at Clay. Top step of the podium for him.
Second and third.
Yes, Cheesy. There's the battle for second and third. You can see how much water these carts are spitting up with the plumes of spray. Gap between first and second. Charles Green, 2.5 seconds to Joshua Withcombe. 3 seconds. Sorry, half a second to Jaden Sherwood. And then we've got 1.7 to Lucas Howell. 2 seconds to Tom Holden. 2 seconds to Dylan Morton. 7.5 seconds to Will Swales in 7th. Harris Roberts 8th. Reese Green in 9th. And Leo Basterfield all the way from South Wales, Leo. And he's rounding off the top 10.
So they're coming out of the corner now. This fourth place has got closer. Yeah, we've got second, third, and fourth a little bit closer. The fourth place of Howell, 1.2 seconds behind. In that kind of reaction zone you need in the wet. Give yourself a bit of extra space early on. And it's Dylan Morton behind him. They come through the chicane. That second, third, and fourth are beginning to tighten up, but certainly not tightening up as far as Green is concerned. It's got a 3-second lead. And then it's half a second between Withcombe and Sherwood, and it's scored it over a second. I'm not sure it's still the same way between third and fourth, but show you Jaden in that second of the two multicoloured red and blue carts. Sweeping round now the 3 parts of the Hayes Loop. And then come that fast left-hander of Johnny's. And they've actually, despite the fact it's still raining, I think it's still raining.
Yeah,
they've managed to sort of, not like a dry line, they've actually got a racing line, which they've all cleared with these very effective rain tyres.
He's ever so slightly, he was gaining on him, and now he's dropping back away from him. So strangely, he's beginning to lose out a little bit for that third place. Withcombe is a solid in second and as composed as you need to be. Charles Green on the number 77 is 3.3 seconds up the road. And now that gap's coming down, Nick. Look at that, Jaden Sherwood.
Together.
That's the narrowest it's been, isn't it?
Yep. I think at this point, it's a kind of a voyage of discovery. I think what interesting thing is, with the rain still falling lightly, it's keeping the track very consistent, Joe. It's not kind of drying or wetting as such.
Yeah.
What they're clearing is being replaced.
It's wet.
So when they get to a corner, unpleasant as it may be,
it's the same.
They know where it's going to be. Yeah,
it's the same. Yeah, I mean, if you look at Charles Green, the way that he's currently leading, of course, if you look at the way that Charles attacks the corners, it looks like he's about to go off on a tangent, and then it doesn't. The cart grips up and stops in its tracks pretty much in the slide. and then continues round the corner, and you think, look at that. That's exactly what I mean there. The kart sliding towards the outside of the corner in the higher speed corners, and then the kart just grips up and away they go.
Looking to see.
It's a balance thing, isn't it? It's into a rhythm and a balance, totally in the middle here. And you feel it with your backside when you're racing. It's all about your feel and the balance of the kart and getting it sliding underneath.
Well, Lucas Howell right on to the back now of these three. Interestingly, Withcom's had a bit of a lap and actually managed to gap Sherwood a little bit more there. There's our leader. There's a lot of back markers in the way now, so it becomes a bit confusing for all of us. In that there's people who aren't directly involved in the battle, who are sort of involved in the battle. So a couple of people. There's the 11, for example.
That's Jaden Sherwood. The 11 is. Where's the
Jay
11?
Leverton. Leverton's at about.
Yeah, Leverton. He's down the order. Right, he stopped. Yeah, he's stopping. He's letting him
into the
come
bad
through.
race because obviously he had a couple of good results in the heats.
Yeah, remember he qualified from the B final.
Yep. So he's let them go. Now they all go round again. So the lead's now 4.1 seconds. That's your battle for second, is it? No, it's not.
No, that was the leader.
That's the battle for second.
That's number 29. That's Joshua Withcombe. Jaden Sherwood is the number 111. We are.
So Sherwood got past Withcombe.
No, Withcombe is number 29. Then Sherwood. Oh, that's 19. Lucas Howell. Where's Sherwood then?
Where's the 111? Where's the 111
I think
gone?
Howell's gotten ahead of Sherwood.
Yeah, that's
yes,
what
he has.
I saw someone overtake somebody, and that's what it was. Someone's off the track there. Who's off the track?
Not sure who that is.
It's a back marker. It's not the 77.
So Lucas Howell.
Now Howell, I think, is going down the outside of Withcombe to pick up second place. Or trying to. Not quite managed it. Giving it a go. So it'd be interesting if they come out. They're very similar.
Well,
similar
they're
colours.
They're teammates. TH Corsa.
Distinctly blooming annoying.
They're teammates, mate. They're TH Corsa.
So there's your leader. There's a back marker. There's second, third, and fourth, I think. 22 seconds to go. So this is two more.
Yeah, and it's 18 seconds. Yeah, it's going to be two more, isn't it? Now then, Charlie Green. Let's pick up the leader, can we, Paul? Because he's got a plethora of back markers that we're going to see a masterclass in how to get through traffic here. I think. I'd like to think so.
Yeah, Lucas Howell did get second on that lap. Joe.
Right, here he is there. That's him there. That's the one, Paul.
He did get second.
Yeah, Lucas Howell ahead of Withcombe.
And gapped him immediately as well.
Well, this is the leader, Nick, and this is the jeopardy that we're involved in. Charlie Green.
The lead's come down by a second and a half.
Right, okay.
So it was 4 and a bit, now it's 2.8.
Well, it might come down even more. We've got two more laps of racing, and Charles Green has got a lot of back markers to get round. So, and remember, he's got to get off that ideal line. Look at that. So he gets through into Climate Corner, then into the final corner there. He'll stay on the outside.
He's got some cars, but cars between himself and the 19.
Let's see what the gap is now, Nick, as we wait for Lucas Howell. 2.8. It was 2.6. It's gone back up to 2.8.
They're both in traffic, that's why.
So, yeah, they are. Look at the way Charles Green is just driving here. You know what? The jeopardy is him tripping over the back markers.
Yeah, exactly.
He's on the final lap. And, again, we saw this in the heats. Charlie Green, who's famous for being the son of Sue Green, our timekeeper, of course, uses all of the curb and is on his way to a second round victory that will bring him right into the four. He was seventh in the final at Clay Pigeon. He had a third place in the first heat back at Clay. But this is going to put him right into contention for a championship. Look at that. He tells us how he's done that. And a little bit of showboating again. Lucas Howell, what a drive that was, Nick. You picked up on that very late on. And Lucas began to just make ground. Where did Lucas start? The number 19. Lucas Howell started. Let's have a look. Fifth.
But he dropped back and then came forward again.
He dropped back, didn't he? Right out of it. So Lucas Howell we will see on the podium along with Jaden Sherwood. And it will be a rundown So the 77 of Charles Green's with Nibsport, of course, isn't he? So Charlie showed us how to drive Forest Edge in the wet there this weekend. If you want a lesson in how to drive Forest Edge, you've got to have the confidence and the knowledge there, isn't it? You can clearly see that. Lucas Howell will be on the podium on the second step. Third step of the podium, Jaden Sherwood. Behind these top three, Joshua Withcombe ends up fourth. And we've got Dylan Morton fifth. We've got Tom Holden sixth. Will Swills was seventh. Reece Green eighth. Ninth was Harris Roberts. And rounding off that top 10 was Leo Basterfield. There's the 33 kart field and how they finished right there on the screen. We've got the last of our races today, Nick, is already getting ready in the collecting area.
Is it going to get released in a second? Are there any cars to be rescued?
And I think it's a complete restart in grid order.
Yep.